Welcome back to another trade recap, fellas. I did take an L today. Um, you know what? Shit happens. Not been my week today, or today. Not been my week this week, but that's okay. Let's just kind of start off on the daily time frame because that's where I started off with my analysis today. I seen that we were in a really, really big premium here, and I also seen that on the daily time frame we had this pretty large fair value gap that price would potentially want to come down and fill. I saw on the 4 hour time frame that before market opened, we were having this downward pressure back to the downside. We didn't quite break structure to the downside. On the hourly, we did break structure to the downside and we were in a bearish trend. So this was kind of confirming my bearish bias just a little bit further. But I didn't consider that on the hourly time frame. We'll just kind of get into that a little bit deeper because right now we're not quite there yet. Anyways, I did mark out this hourly fair value gap here. I drew out the highs to the lows, saw that this was the premium, or oh my gosh, what am I talking about? I saw that this was the discounted price range here, so I was just kind of waiting for price to draw back into this area here. Then I seen that around 850 we started to draw back into this area. I don't generally like to trade past 850, but today I did just because I saw that we are starting to push back into this area, so I thought that we were going to potentially see a reversal here. So I scaled down to the 1 minute once we started to get into our higher time frame areas. I drew out this 1 minute fair value gap, and then I seen that price came through, swiftly disrespected it, and then I entered off of that, put my stops above the high, and then we just got stopped out. Literally like 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes later. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes you take some L's. A lot of learning lessons this week. Really can't be too upset with it. We're just gonna have to come back next week and not let this week hang over our heads, even though this week hasn't been our week. But that's okay. We're just gonna come back next week and hopefully we could predict some price action correctly. Um, I mean, even though I did on yesterday's trade, I did end up hitting both my take profits after getting stopped out, but that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I got stopped out, so I didn't predict price accordingly. So, you know what? We're not going to take this as too personal because at the end of the day, we just got to remember that it's not personal. And we're just going to keep moving on. Come back next week. And yeah, that's really it that I have for you fellas today. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up. Actually, before I end this, we'll just kind of talk about the thing that I didn't take into consider was that we did break structure in the hourly time frame, making us flip back bullish on the hourly, and we were still bullish on the 4 hour and the daily. So that's something that I did not consider today. Um, you know what? Learning lessons. Don't just stick on lower time frames the whole time. I gotta go back and flip back to the good old high time frames from time to time. That's okay. Learn some lessons this week. We're not gonna let it hang over our heads and hold us in a mental prison. But all you can do is do your best and come back next week. Don't give up. Never back down. Never what? Never back down. Never what? So we'll see you guys next week. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.